we're in autumn here in the UK, and to be honest, I would say after being here for a few years consecutively without going back home to New Zealand, that autumn is one of my favourite seasons, like the time when we move out from summer, out of the warmer weather into the colder weather, and we go through the last harvest. And I always feel the last few years a bigger pull to doing more foraging. Well, there's foraging to be done in all parts of the year, the summer, but autumn, yeah. And I just wanted to chat really quickly today about foraging and how we can have a deeper connection with nature through foraging. Whilst I chill out with my back on this tree, my cacao today has some cayenne pepper in it and some cinnamon, and just so warming. And it's not even really that cold here yet in the UK, but it's cold enough for me, this islander. But yeah, I just wanted to speak about my experience with foraging and how much I've been able to truly feel a deeper connection with the land that I'm currently on. Mother Nature to connect with me this way is just deepened my connection with her and all living beings. So being in this country, foraging that I've been doing the last few years is still a very new thing for me, but I definitely can identify some things that I can forage, from wild garlic here in the spring, nettle most times of the year, hawthorn, dandelion, types of mushrooms. The more and more you start to learn about foraging and plants, what are edible, what is medicine, you really start to see it everywhere you go. I've been foraging nettle. I have read somewhere it's like 20 times more iron rich than spinach, which is crazy to think because it grows wild everywhere. And hawthorn is very good for the heart. Dandelion, leaf, flower and root. There's so many medicines all around us that we've been taught or told that that are weeds and that are useless and have no use, but actually everything that is created is God's creation, is universe's creation. Everything has a purpose, and when you dive deeper into what's available around us in abundance in nature, your mind really starts to open, and the more and more you start to feel safer in this world, deeper connected with the earth, and the more and more you do this, the more and more you want to it's just the interconnected things. Once you realize how connected you are with the earth, the land, you realize how connected you are with all living beings, from the animals to other humans, and we are all part of one big organism. Me and my friend were talking about this the other day. I really love this analogy. It's like each and every single one of us, we are all part of the same organism. We're all cells of the same organism, and we all need to be doing our part for the organism to function at its highest potential. And so you've got a cell that's supposed to be in the finger, but it's trying to go down to the toe. The organism will kind of malfunction until you go back into the finger, if that kind of makes sense. But the gist of it is, we all have a purpose, we all have a reason. Every single plant is here to serve us, but also we are here to serve the plants and the earth as well. So it's a reciprocal relationship. It's not all about taking, and it's also about asking. If you were ever wanting to dive deeper into foraging, we must always ask the plant medicine, the plant, whatever it is, even if it's a flower that you want to pick, we must always ask, is it okay if I take you for the purposes of medicine, or for the purposes of healing? And Mother Earth loves us so unconditionally. Of course, she is always here to serve us. But at the same time, we can't always be taking. We must also give back to her through so many different ways, not taking advantage of her, and giving back to her in many different ways. But yeah, foraging for me, I've been able to have a deeper connection with the earth. Also just eating things straight from the land that I'm currently residing on. I have a deeper connection with the earth. I started my foraging journey when I was in New Zealand, Aotearoa, back home. I did a beautiful foraging course with a beautiful lady that showed me some, things, medicines that I had grown up to think were weeds, but medicine I was really starting to see is literally all around us. So yeah, if you're feeling the pull to have a deeper connection with the land and yourself, foraging may be the way to do it. And it's such a healing practice, because I call it as a practice. I guess kind of everything is a practice, but it's so healing because you're going out into nature, you're connecting with your environment. As they say in science, you're earthing. And then you're allowing yourself to receive the medicine from Mother Nature, Mother Earth. One of my favorite things to do is get nettle. I love nettle because you can juice it or you can make it into like a tea, and it's so I really feel that it's doing some good stuff for my body, especially around the time coming up to my bleed as a woman. That iron is very potent and powerful for us women. But yeah, there's so many different resources out there, and depending on where you are in the world, of course, there'll be different things that you can forage. Over there in Aotearoa, New Zealand, there's different things I can forage there than I can here in the UK. But yeah, it's definitely mushroom season, and I'm still learning more about mushrooms, what ones I can eat, what ones I can't eat, what ones are medicinal. Pretty much most of them are medicinal. I mean, everything. Obviously, there are some things that are poisonous, so it's about researching and really finding out what you can take personally. But I really feel it's all about your intuition as well. And once you kind of connect deeper in with your intuition, you'll be drawn to what medicines around you that your body needs. So for me, it's definitely nettle, blackberries during the summer. I love getting blackberries, and then I freeze them throughout the winter, so I have all those antioxidant rich berries there for me to dive deep into throughout the winter. And as the seasons change, it is really important to be having those plant medicines to make sure we are well. So I think that's what I wanted to chat to you about today. Foraging. It's definitely opened up my whole mind to way of being. Within New Zealand and the UK, the two places where I've done it, and then of course going back to the Solomon Islands where I was born and lived there for the first 5 years of life. Everything we grew and ate everything there. So there's something very powerful when you can come back to the land and eat straight from the land. So yeah, I think that's it today. Have a beautiful day to yourselves. Look at these beautiful red orangey leaves starting to turn. I'm going to keep sipping on my cacao from the Solomon Islands, from my land I was born, from my ancestral lands, and just soaking up this sort of beautiful autumn weather. Wherever you are in the world, have the most beautiful, beautiful, upful day. Sending you all lots of love and positive energy. And get out into nature today. Get out into nature, that's always my message. You'll feel better for it, I promise. Much love.